Well, it's Coco 929. I thought I'd take this lovely chance right now while I have a chance and just say, it's my anniversary day for you and me. Hey, yeah, I am married to a wonderful, handsome, muscular, country, humble, God loving, God fearing, father, man, husband, a provider. I tell you guys, I'm telling you, every anniversary is a big deal to us because when we got married, people was betting that we wouldn't stay married. I mean, honey, they had little bets that we would be divorced within a year. Some people said 4 years. Word curses are real things. People can speak stuff on you, over you, and you have no idea. That's why you have to have a relationship with the Father, and I mean God, not your beloved Father, which that would be a good thing too. But however, back to my anniversary. So I'm just excited, and y'all, I talk a lot about the things that happened to me in my past. But I never share a lot about my husband. But I want to tell y'all, honey, some men come to tear down, other men come to restore. And God sent him in my life to restore me because I had a very twisted look when it came to males on how men look. Um, and he showed up different. I mean, just different. Like I said, he actually courted me, and that's an old timey word, but it's the truth. He actually courted me, where everybody else saw how I looked and wanted to screw me. Okay, first thing in their mind and their first actions was to screw me. They thought, but he didn't. He didn't do that. He respected me enough to court me, to get to know me, and then to write this contract. So I'm going to tell y'all what people don't know is, and I know a lot of people's not going to believe this, but I don't care what you believe. So I'm going to tell y'all, this is how this happened. So my husband and I, before we were husbands, we were at a dance. I went to the dance with my cousin and her boyfriend. Well, the boyfriend turns out to be my husband's brother, and my cousin ended up being his wife. So, but at the time they was dating. So they asked me to go to this dance, and I'm like, okay, I'll go. I'm going to condense this because I think I've said this before, but I said, okay, I'll go. So we go to the dance. We all sitting at this table. First time laying eyes on the man. And he was with his girlfriend at the time, and he wanted to dance, and she didn't want to dance. So he looked at me. He said, "You want to dance?" And I just looked at her, and she said, "Honey, I don't care. Go ahead, because I ain't dancing." And I said, "Wow." I said, "Okay." So we danced, and then we danced a couple of more songs. So when it was over and everything, because every time he wanted to dance, he came and got me. So when it was over, we all was trying to decide if they were trying to decide if they was gonna eat somewhere. I had to be on the clock at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I knew I wasn't going nowhere to eat. I told my cousin at the time, I said, he's a good guy. He just needs a better woman. She said, "Dog, that's what we all been saying," like it. So the next day, she comes down my house, beating on the door. Boom, 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 boom. I said, "What?" She said, "Itch, open the door." I said, "What?" She said, "Itch, open the door." I said, "I hate that word." I said, "Hold on." I said, "Girl, what?" She said, "Guess what?" I said, "What?" She said, "Guess who broke up?" I said, "Who?" She said his name. I said, "You lying." She said, honey, last night they broke up." She said, "And guess who he asked about?" I said, "Who?" She said, in his words, "Where is that girl with that big booty at?" And they was like, "Huh?" "Hey, the big booty girl. The one I was dancing with." They said, "Coco?" He said, "Is that her name? I like her. Yeah, where's she at?" And she said, oh, that's my cousin. She lived two doors down from us. He said, yeah, tell her I asked about her. Go get her. Like that. So I was sitting there with my hand over my mouth, y'all, like, what? So she said, but that ain't it. Guess what? I said, what now? She said, girl, guess who he's moving in with? I said, who? She said, us. I said, you lie. Like it. She said, she said, he gone to get him now, girl. He packed up all his stuff. He's moving in with us. I was like, wow. Like it. Okay. So anyway, I'm condensing this. We're going to go to one night I was asleep. And I hadn't seen him. I think it had been 2 days or 3 days since the dance. I hadn't seen him. But then I'm talking about the dream I had. So that night I was asleep. And I got up in the morning. I said, no, God, no. Okay, so the dream I had was God showed me and him getting married. But in the dream, he didn't have a curl like he did at the dance. And he on a black suit, a white shirt, black tie. And he was in this church building with red pews and straightening up the mics and straightening up Bibles. And so when I woke up, I said, no, God, no, no. God said, that's your husband. I said, nope, 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 like that. So anyway, fast forward, I started seeing him. He would see me come home from work with my girls, like if I picked them up from the day count. If he see me come out on the porch, he'll say, how you doing, Miss Ma'am? Can I come and sit with you? I'm like, yeah, come on down, and stuff like that. And we would just talk. We'd be out, late at night, just, oh my goodness, it was so refreshing. We just talked and laughed. He had me laughing and things like that and stuff. So it was Mother's Day. I'll never forget this. It was Mother's Day. And we all of us women were sitting in my cousin's house and we were sipping on coolers and, doing what we do. And the car pulled up and she said, oh, there goes Tim right there. Talking about my brother-in-law, which was her boyfriend. And she said, who is that with him? So all the women except me goes to the door and goes to the window. So they all step out on the porch. I'm still sitting there like, y'all silly, blah, blah, blah. They was like, Coco, because they still hollering, no, what? All this and stuff. And they like, Coco, you need to see this. I said, see what? Y'all don't do all that. They said, girl, come here, you need to see this. So I gets up with an attitude like, what? Y'all, I goes out on the porch and happen to look up and this fine man, I mean, fine, steps around the car in this peach short outfit, these Stacey Adams sandals, and y'all, his hair was cut. He had a low fade, baby. When I tell y'all, I was like, oh, and I realized who it was. I took off running home, and yes, I ran. I looked like a fool, but I ran. I ran in my house, slammed the door, kept walking and saying, no, 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 no. Because remember, in my dream, God showed me he no longer had a curl. Okay? So, my cousin come down there again. She said, fool, open the door. We got something to ask you. I said, no, no. She said, girl, open the door. I said, what? She said, what you doing today? I said, I already cooked. We going to eat pretty soon. She said, dog, you're going to have to put that up. I said, what you mean? She said, because we need you to go with us. No, I cooked. Why? She said, come on, dog. You going to make me tell you? I said, tell me what? She said, see, shoot. She said, okay, he wants to take you and the girls out today, and you ain't supposed to know, and at the last minute, he going to walk up and pay for y'all, because he want to show you how much he like you and stuff. I was like, for real? She said, yeah. I said, me and the kids. She said, yeah, girl. I said, okay. I said, okay, so, y'all, we was loaded. It was about 1, 2, 3. Y'all, I wouldn't say it's about 7 to 10 cars. Don't quote me. But, it was a lot of us. So, at the time, this one restaurant named Ponderosa, it was kind of kicking. So, we all end up at Ponderosa. So, he's standing behind me. We talking, and the kids is looking up to him, and he's playing with their hair and stuff, and they laughing and all this and stuff. So we get up there, and I said, it's just me and my kids right here. And he said, I got them. Everybody said, yeah, look at you, we see you, we see you. Yeah. He started laughing. And so I was like, thank you, you sure? He said, yeah. So they totaled it up and everything, and he paid for it. He, found a seat with us. He poured it, because, they was trying to make it a banquet seat, but after so many tables, they have to take a break, in between seats. So he helped me pull out the chairs for my kids, and he was like, "You want me to help you fix their plates?" He said, I'll help you take their plates and stuff." And I was like, "Thank you." So he asked me, "Which one like which and which one?" So he helped me fix their plates, brought it back, pulled out my chair for me. We sat down, we ate, we talked, and all this and stuff. And when the kids needed to get some more food, he went up there with them instead of me, and all this and stuff. I was like, wow. So then we all left. And well, we was all leaving her, and they had already decided they wanted to go to the park because it was Mother's Day. They wanted the kids to get a chance to run all that energy out from all that ice cream and stuff that they had at the buffet. And the men wanted to play basketball. So we was like, shoot, ain't nothing else to do. It's Mother's Day. Y'all done treated us. Let's do it. So we went. Well, first we all came home, changed clothes. Everybody loaded back up again, headed to the park. And they was out there playing basketball and all this and stuff. And of course, the women started drilling me. Do you like him? All this and stuff. You know how girls do. So anyway, before he got back in the car, he said, "Hey, I want to ask you something." I said, "Okay." He said, "We've been talking every night, and I enjoy myself." I said, "I have too." He said, "And I want to know, would you be my lady?" I was like, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay." And so we kissed. Because we had been leading up to that kiss anyway. Every night that we sit outside, y'all, it was it was leading up to that. And before we did, he said, "Well, Miss Ma'am, you have a good night. I can talk to you tomorrow, right?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "All right." So y'all, anyway, so of course everybody's like, "Yeah, you better get her, boy. You better get her." Like that and stuff. It was funny. It was it was funny. So that's the beginning of us. That's the beginning of us, y'all. And we made it official on Mother's Day. And then 3 years later, we got married on Derby in Kentucky. And that's the first Saturday in May, which was May 2nd, hence today. So that's why it's really super, super sweet, because we literally got married today, 22 years ago. So um, it's just awesome, man. And even though, every marriage has their struggles, don't get me wrong, and individually you have your struggles, because I didn't know how to be married. I didn't know how to be married. I was a strong woman outside of the marriage, and when I came into marriage, I was strong, okay? My thing was, I don't need you. I don't need how we do when we wounded. I don't need you. I don't need you. He's like, okay. Never said you needed me, baby, but I want you. And that kind of, he said, and I need you. I was like, hmm. So yeah, he tore down that wall. I had a wall up, and he tore down that wall. And like I said, God graced him to be with me, because I came with a lot of baggage, and he came with some, but we completed each other. I was 100, he was 100, so we made 200. Um, I was all business, he was all play. And then when we got together, he became more business. I began to relax more. We the yin and yang of each other. So it's just awesome. I'm just grateful, because, like I said, most men that saw me, they knew I was intelligent, but they got fixated on how I looked. And they were determined to bed me and not wed me. Come on, now that'll preach. They were determined to beg me and not wed me, you know. And he was so shocked. Now, I won him over a pork chop meal, y'all. He was so shocked to see my husband 9 years older than me. So his thing was, um, our young girls, they the only way they could cook was out of cans and boxes and stuff, like follow instructions. But I made a believer out of him because I cook from scratch. It's just how I learned from scratch. With my kids, I cook from scratch. Some things I cut corners on, because I was a career woman too. But for the most part, I cook from scratch. And if I didn't, it's not because I didn't know how. It's because I was crunched for time. And I didn't know pork chop was his favorite meal. And that was the first meal I ever served him was a pork chop meal. So you could see how God was out in this thing. And to show y'all how he was meant to be my husband, one day we was in my auntie's church. And the vision came to me what God showed me. I so happened though to look in real time towards the front before church was started, and he had on a black suit, white shirt, black tie, and he had Bibles in his hand, putting the Bibles down, straightening up the microphones. That was my dream. My dream had been fulfilled, and I screamed, "Oh yeah!" And the inside of the church was red, had red pews and everything. So I just screamed, and everybody looked at me. I was like, "God, you good? You are so good." So yeah, God gave me a vision of him that he was my husband before it even manifested. So I know a lot of people always say, God put us together, but you better make sure of that because if he put you together, you can weather the storms that comes. Because there are storms that come to married folks. And if that's not your mate, because see, I was his missing rib, see. And when you find your missing rib, you are complete. That's why I said he was 100 and I was 100 because I was his missing rib. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to Genesis and you'll find it in the Bible. So I'm just saying, y'all, last year I almost died twice. This man laid at the bottom of my bed. He slept in the chair. He did not leave my side except when he had to go to work. And some nights he would walk from work to the hospital, come through the emergency room exit to my room, kiss me on my forehead, and go sleep straight in the chair next to my bed. Yep. Uh, One day I was looking for him. I just talked to him. And I was looking for him, and me and my daughter was like, "That's not like him," because we went to pick him up. And they said he was already gone. I said, "What you mean? I'm his ride." They said, "Well, he's already gone." I was like, "Something's wrong." So at the time, he was working up the street from Walmart at this factory. And I said, "Well, come on, we're going to go to Walmart and get what we need, and I'm going to try to call him." So when I got to Walmart, me and my daughter were standing together, and I tried to call, and he picked up. I said, "Babe, where are you? We've been looking for you." He said, "Hey, babe," he said, "I'm in the emergency room." I said, "What? Where?" He said, "Yeah, they brought me by ambulance. I'm in the emergency room." And he told me which one. I said, "No." He said, "Calm down. I don't need you speeding. I'm here. Just calm down. Calm down." And I just started crying. I said, "This marriage don't work without you. This family don't work without you." I said, "I don't work without you." Y'all just, honey, when I tell y'all my husband is my rock, I say many of things. And sometimes I'm in my emotions. But hey, outside of God, my husband is my rock. Do you hear me? He's the stable thing in my life. I tell everybody a whole lot of men couldn't make it with me because they not stable. They don't have stability. They one way one minute, one way the next minute, one way. That ain't me. It's not me. So, y'all, when I tell y'all I love that man, I love that man with everything in my body. He restored me better than I was. I will always owe him. And he said, "No, you don't." Yeah, I can't. I don't want to tell his story until he gives me permission. Even though I'm involved in it, it's still his story to tell. But, man, that's my baby. That's my baby. Oh, my goodness. And he can cook. Honey, women, please find a man that can cook. because you're not gonna always feel like getting them pots together, okay? Okay. So I'm just telling you, please find a man that can cook because that way, honey, you wake up and dinner's already started, our breakfast is already started, and all this and stuff. I'm telling y'all, it makes it easier on the relationship. You know, man. And when I wrote my first book, oh my goodness, my husband, where he was a manager at this big time restaurant. Every time somebody came in, they saw that book. And they was like, what book? Oh, that's my wife. That's my wife. Would you like to purchase it? Hey, I mean, he was riding around with boxes of my books in the car. Just, he would stop people. He went to old neighbors. He went everywhere. Here, this is my wife's book. Give me this amount of money. Thank you. And I mean, my cheerleader, y'all, I'm trying to say all this without crying. I'm trying to say all this without crying, I promise y'all. It's my baby. There's many a men that claim they want to take his place. They ain't ready. They're not ready. They're too emotional. You know what? I've noticed that more males are more emotional than women. I mean, I ain't never seen a bunch of men that act like women. I've never seen that. You expect women to be up and down sometimes, especially if you're going through menopause, like myself. So you expect, and real men understanding, like, oh, she must be going through menopause. Either, baby, what's wrong? You know. But boys that's in males' bodies, they don't care. They have one agenda. Spread them wide so I can get inside. That's their agenda. You could be saying, oh, I broke my toe and I'm in pain. Oh, you in pain? Okay, let me just take your leg back. Let me take your leg real slow and move it to the right. And then I scoot the left one over. Just don't want to hurt your toe while I spread you wide and get inside. Yep, they don't care. You could say, oh, honey, I had a bad day at work today. I was called out of my name. Somebody racist said this to me. They're like, really, the whole time they pulling down your skirt and, all this and stuff. And you're like, honey, wait a minute, because this is really hurting. You could be in tears and they're like, I know, baby. And they'll be petting you. And all along while they're petting you, they're moving your legs so they can spread you wide and get inside. I'm telling you. That's what boys do. That's what males do, not men. Don't get it twisted because there is a subtle difference between a man and a male. Okay? Get into it. So I'm telling you, if you don't remember nothing else, you know what type of man, hold on, you know what type of male you have. If anytime something goes wrong or anytime something goes right, the first thing he goes to is spread them wide so I can get inside. See, everything ain't going to be conquered in the bedroom. It's just not. I don't care how freaky you are, how much you like to flipper and roller and suck a toes and liquor and all this and stuff. There'll be some man that'll still get her attention because all you ready for, and all you want is to what? Spread a wide and get inside. That's it. I'm so serious. I'm stupid. But I'm so serious. Man, I could tell y'all some stories, but I ain't. I could tell you a lot, but I won't. I'm just saying what they want to do. Say it with me, ladies. Spread it wide and get inside. And they think everything will be okay. Forget having a conversation. Forget knowing the woman that you claim you love or that you're just infatuated with. You don't care. Because when that third head start talking, them males, when that third head start talking, they don't care. You could be bleeding. I ain't talking about down there, but you could be bleeding from your nail and it hurts when somebody touch it. You can have a bandage on your arm. All they want to know is, can you spread them wide and get inside? So, I'm just saying. So today was my day to tell y'all. So far, I might make another video, but I'm just telling y'all about my husband. and how God picked him for me. I mean, picked him for me, and hmm, this man worked hard for us, y'all. There was times, oh, I'm trying not to cry. Whew. There was times, y'all, that money was tight. And this man would be working these hard, long jobs, and the shoes be messed up. And he'd be like, you and the kids need, you and the kids need, you and the kids need, y'all go, you and the kids need. I'm like, look, we going to get you some work shoes. You can't keep working with your shoes like that. You can't get, he's like, nah, I'm good, baby. Come on, come on. I'm good. I'm like, no, you're not. I literally had to surprise him with some shoes. I had to just hand him the box and say, here. He's like, what's this? Look at it. And he said, oh, man, these are some nice work boots. Because he's country, y'all. He ain't into all that. Man, these are some nice work boots. Okay. Thank you, baby. Thank you. But I could have kept working it. No, you can't. No, you can't. So, I'm telling you. That's why I'm not going out of my way from him. And I've always been the one who have high paying jobs. And I would spoil my husband. And people's like, I wouldn't do that for no man. You got a man? Well, if I had one, okay, I thought so. Keep it moving. Well, I got a man. I wouldn't do it for my man. Do you have a husband? Do you have his last name? What's that got to do with anything? It's got a lot to do with it. He chose me and loved me enough to give me his last name. So that's saying something. He wasn't trying to open it wide and get inside. So I ain't knocking nobody. Whatever works for you works for you. But I'm just telling you about my country bumpkin. I love me some him. I love me some him. I do. Like I said, every marriage hits this bump in the road, and then that's what stuff marriage is made of. Then you go over that bump, and you realize let's keep fighting. Let's keep kicking. Let's keep giving the devil a black eye. You know, he had to help me with the demons that was in my life from molestation, rape, and incest and abuse. You know, man, man. Hmm. Anyway, I know y'all tired of hearing about it, but hey, I always talk about everything else. Tonight is what's a day because it's after midnight. It's my husband's turn to get that love and to get that appreciation. My boxer, y'all didn't tell y'all he used to box, did yeah. So y'all kind of know how his body's built, right? Ooh, mm, mm, mm. Yum, yum, yum. I plan on getting some. Ooh, mm. And then y'all, he had magic shoulders. I tell you, all the grandkids go to sleep in his arms. Like, if you got a child that can't sleep, he'll say, give me the child. It's something, and you know what? I fell in love with his arms. And that's so funny. Who falls in love with arms? But I fell in love with this man's arms. I was like, look at his arms. Anyway, honey, them grandkids, they used to be fussy and all that. They say, give them to Papa, because Papa know what to do. Honey, my husband get them grandkids, put them in his arm. About 2 minutes later, they like, I mean, knots. And of course, it works on older people. Hello, me. Whenever I can't sleep or whatever, he's like, come here, baby. Lay right here. And I scoot up and get in his arms. Ooh. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm having flashbacks. I scoot over and I get in his arms and I feel protected. I go straight to sleep. Before I know it, I'm asleep. And you can tell a man love you when you drooling on him and he think it's funny. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm slobbering. I'm sorry. He's like, girl, we married. Go sleep. Oh, that's my baby. So, anyway, in it, I'm about to get off of here. I see everybody chiming in. I done seen a couple things saying happy anniversary, so different people chiming in on Facebook and everything. So, like I said, from me to you, I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for subbing to me. Thank you all for leaving me wonderful comments. I feel the love. I feel the understanding. I know I'm unorthodox, y'all. I can't apologize for that because I am me. I appreciate it. I don't take it lightly. And I know, let me explain something about, somebody said something about my numbers. Let me see something. It would be nice to have whatever numbers I'm supposed to have, but guess what? I don't live for it. I'd rather know that you all understand and get where I'm coming from. I love having a voice to say what I have to say. And I love that my voice helps people. Y'all don't know how I feel when y'all inbox me or y'all comment like this happened to me. You know, thank you for being so transparent. Thank you so much for sharing your stories. Thank you for being unapologetic and unashamed to say what you've been through. You know, I thank you for just telling us how you feel about a certain situation. I appreciate that. I really do. So, even if I run out of my life stories to tell you guys, I'm going to still be transparent. I'm going to still tell you how I feel. And if people love me because I'm me, great. If you love me because you think I'm going to be somebody else, you got the wrong person. That's not me. I enjoy a whole lot of people on YouTube, but I don't strive to be like anybody but me. And when I say there's no competition, that's not putting anyone down. I just look in my life as I am my competition. If I want to strive to be better than somebody, I'm trying to be better than the version that I am. That's no slight to nobody else. I have nobody else in mind when I create this person to be better. When I use all the methods that I know to become a better person, I don't have anybody in mind. And that's the truth. So, okay, let me just say all the males who have subscribed to me, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting a female, because I know there is more that I know that there's men out there. Some of them have let me know that they support me and they listen to my videos. They just don't comment, and I get it. I just thank you for supporting. I really do. So hopefully there's much more coming from Coco 929. And oh, Anthony McNeil, if you hear this, thank you, my brother, and you know why. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. I really do. So you guys hang in there, and you have an amazing, in my 5A's voice, amazing weekend. Smooches.